Thank you, Mr. Voxwild. I appreciate it. Happy birthday, Nigel. Great minds have similar birthdays, I see. What do you guys want to talk about before everyone else gets here? I don't really have anything planned to talk about, but I will answer questions if you want me to answer questions. Let's go on the Discord and just let people know we're live. Okay, that's the best I can do for now. For those of you that clicked on the video stream, is there a thumbnail on the stream or is it just like blank? Also, how's the audio sound? Can you hear the... you heard that the Soul Calibur Online Challenge is coming up, and I'm suspecting we'll finally get some news or updates on Soul Calibur 7. No, we won't at all. It's just a community event. It's not even like technically a tournament, and it's like too big of a window. It's lasting from... it's lasting all the way until like the end of December. So we're not going to get any news on a potential Season 3 or Soul Calibur 7 at that. They're just little like online community battles. Like, you know, whenever you boot up a game and you see like the little community section that has like different, not only communities, but it has like different pages with like a bunch of people that are already on there and competing. They didn't announce Hilda from a side community event. It was from a side tournament. Thank you, Dante. No, it was from a tournament that was associated with PSN. It wasn't from the actual community event. This is like the first huge community event that they've had. Wolf LMX says, happy birthday, Mark. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. It's very much appreciated. Who likes getting old? Nobody. But I cheated on my diet today and I made some nachos. Sue me, it's my birthday, whatever. Who cares? Don't forget if you guys are in here to like the stream, please. It helps push it into the algorithm so that more people can join in on the fun. And the stream's gonna be pretty casual today. I don't really have anything major to talk about, but if you guys have like any questions for me, let me know. Wolf LMX says, are you going to eat some special for dinner like sushi or pizza? Well, technically, thank you, Sean. I appreciate it. Thank you, buddy. Technically, it was yesterday, but my friends took me out to this like restaurant bar area thing. So I had like a really good burger and fries, and we shared some nachos. And actually, like the stupid thing is, like I had an appointment for DMV. So like the only appointment that they had available in my area was like on my birthday. So I had to like wake up super early and go to DMV. So that was fun. But besides that, it was pretty good. Yeah, it was good. I had like this, they had like bucket specials where it's like this little like sand castle bucket, like filled with ice and like whatever mixed drink you want for like, I think it was like $8. So I got like a Bahama Mama. It was pretty nice. It was tasty. And my wife got me the Series S that I'm sure you guys saw on the well, I put it on Instagram and I put it on, I think I made a video about it, I actually think. Yeah, I have Instagram. My Instagram here, I'll put it actually the name in the chat. That's one of them. That's one of them, and then the other one is mark.yoon.art. That's the my art page on Instagram. Thanks, Atherton. I appreciate it. Thank you, Crazy. I appreciate it. But yeah, well, those are my two major Instagrams, and I also have one. Raging Ningen podcast actually has its own Instagram too. By the way, like the Raging Ningen podcast episode 1 is going to premiere on August 1st. So if you guys aren't subscribed to that yet, I would jump on that. That's a podcast with me and Rich. The first episode is going to feature DC comic book writer Mark Polton. It's already filmed and uploaded, everything like that. The second episode is just going to be me and Rich talking about like our lives and stuff. And then the third episode, we are filming tomorrow with Phil McNulty, who is a artist for Marvel and DC. He's done X-Men and Batman and stuff like that. So that should be a pretty good talk also. Good thing about being in the comic book industry is I get to bring my friends over and pretty much talk to them for episode podcasts. It's great. Thank you, Stu. I appreciate it. Don't forget to like this stream, guys, if you haven't already. The lights are kind of dim in here because I have the backlights on. So does the lighting look okay? Because I usually have like 4 lights blasted on me, but it gets super hot. So I just have the studio lights like set to like dim. Let me know if it's okay or not, or if I need to increase the light. Atherton always dipping out, man. That's my mod for you, I guess. Thank you guys for liking the stream so far. I appreciate it. The first episode of the podcast actually is like super long. I think it's like an hour and a half. We wanted to just keep it to an hour because I wasn't sure like how long it was for people to watch that long form content, like how much people are going to like. But I don't think we're going to have a set time. I think we're just going to have a discussion, go through some questions with the guests, and then like whatever they want, we can just go from there. Thank you, Wolf. I appreciate it. You guys can also find me on Twitter also. It's just the same name as Mark Yoon. It's easy to find. But the best way to talk to me, I guess, besides these live streams is on the Discord. So there should be a Discord link in like all my videos to go there. I think there's a bunch of people on there already, but we have some good conversations on there. Hello, student of Cosme 2.0, Queen of the Ninjas. That is a mouthful, but hi. Thank you for stopping in. Happy birthday, Mr. Yu. Thank you. No one likes getting older, but it is a special day nonetheless. Well, let's see how long it takes everyone to get in here, because sometimes people will yell at me on Discord. They'll be like, "Oh, I didn't even know you're alive," and I'm like, "I posted it on the Discord," and they'll come in like right before I'm about to end the stream. Maybe I should schedule them and set them as like a premiere kind of thing. Might give people a little bit more of a chance to come in, I guess. No, it's no problem. I don't mind typos. If I understand what you're saying, it's fine. So let me know if you guys have any questions for me, or if you want to bring up a topic to talk about. I don't mind talking about whatever you want to talk about. Today's just a chill day stream. You know, people say that you're not actually supposed to stream on your main channels. Like, apparently it like messes up. Do I play PC games? No, because I have I have my Mac and like my PC are mainly for working because I do art and stuff, and there's like way too much like memory like filled up on them already for like YouTube and all that stuff to be able to install or play any kind of PC games. I have what do I have? I have a PS2, a PS3, a PS4, a PS5. I have an Xbox 360, an Xbox Series S, a Switch, and I think that's it. Yeah, so getting back to my other point, like apparently Richard of UTech USA was saying that his views were dipping like a lot, and he had to legitimately go on a secondary channel so he can do streams, because streaming on his main channel is like messing up the YouTube algorithm. So I know Cody was having the same problem with Camelot 331. But the reason why it's not easy to make like a streaming channel, thank you, Fox Alive, I appreciate it. The reason why it's hard not to make a streaming channel just for itself is it takes months and months to monetize. Like this main channel took me 3.5 years to get monetized on. Because it's not just 1,000 subscribers. People think that it's like 1,000 subscribers, but you have to also have like 4,000 hours of watch time within the past 12 months. So if you take a break or have a particular couple bad months, like you'll definitely not reach that. Also, live streams don't count for that, or let's plays. It's just regular formatted videos. It's 4,000 hours watch time for that. So live streams do not count. So if I do like a live stream and there's like 400 or 500 people that watch it, it doesn't matter how long like the stream is and how long they watch. It just doesn't count towards the YouTube algorithm, which kind of sucks because there's a lot of people who like mainline streaming. Luckily, I do a lot of like video content, documentaries, and like in-depth like long form stuff too, which is where like a lot of my like watch time came from. But I like streaming. I think it's fun. Like today, I recorded 2 videos for this week, and I figured, all right, I'll just hop on and have a chill time. Because, like, I don't know, like, I just like doing it. It's easier to talk this way. I like bouncing off of somebody's questions instead of just, like, coming up with a bunch of stuff on my own. It takes a lot longer to, like, write and do all that stuff. But, yeah, so, I mean, I don't really care if it messes up my channel. Like, I have new people that subscribe all the time, so hopefully enough people watch my other videos and not just my streams that it doesn't mess it up. But if it does, it does, whatever. Like, it is a journey, this YouTube thing. You were streaming Soul Calibur for the first time last week? Yeah, so if you plan on getting monetized and like applying for Google AdSense and becoming a partner and making money on YouTube, live streaming is not the way to go unless you're only going to live stream. Like if you're going to do a mix of like uploaded video content and live streams, it's not going to count towards the 4,000. And also YouTube doesn't know where to put you. But I usually only stream like once a week. Like the rest of the week, I'm actually doing like long form video content. So I think it makes up for it. But remember to please like the stream if you can. I guess we'll talk about some stuff that like is coming up in this week's videos that I have until somebody asks me a question or enough people are in here so we can have a conversation. This week's videos are centered around the tweets that were recently released by Project Soul's official Soul Calibur page, and I'm also doing a video on. I'm not monetizing my videos. I choose not to. Well, you have to meet the thresholds first before you get entered into the partner program. Anyway, I don't know how many subscribers you have or anything, but it's a very particular process, and then you have to actually apply, and then somebody has to like formally look at your channel and make sure that it's ad friendly. So even people that choose to, not everybody can get monetized. It's a long process. Thank you, AJF. I appreciate it. Dante says becoming big on YouTube seems nearly impossible nowadays with the crazy algorithm. Yeah, and the other thing that sucks is that the algorithm changes all the time. So it's not even like the algorithm's always the same. Like, for example, last month, YouTube was really pushing YouTube Shorts, which are like fleets pretty much, or like Instagram stories. They're just like short videos that like, and they were pushing them crazy into the algorithm. Even KittyMeowser Gaming was telling me that like a lot of her shorts were getting like massive content, but then like this month, I think they're focusing on like long form videos. You have 325 subscribers. Yeah, in order to get monetized, you have to have at least 1,000 and 4,000 hours of watch time. Plus, like your channel has to be ad friendly. But yeah, if you choose not to do so, if you don't want to, you know what? If you're just planning on doing gameplay streams, I think a better place to do that would either be on Twitch, but Twitch's rules are crazy, and getting like a following on Twitch is insane. I have a Twitch channel, but like I never upload to it. I used to have my videos automatically upload to there, but I don't stream on there. But Let's Play's been getting hit hard. Like my last Let's Play was probably one of the worst videos I had this month. But sometimes I just want to play a game and stream. But it's a lot harder to play a game and stream than you think. Like, it's not easy. Because you got to, like, it's hard to get acclimated with a new game and then, like, to figure out what's going on. And, you know, usually you're pausing to, like, look stuff up online or, like, talk to people, like, on the phone or whatever, or chat with, like, friends while you're playing. But when you're doing it on stream, and you, like, can't do that at all. You have to just pretty much focus on the stream. Dante says, I got my first Twitch account banned for having the wrong anime background picture in it. Yeah, their rules are crazy. Like, they'll ban you for anything. But they don't, it's not like across the board. Because like some of the big Twitch streamers, they'll literally like stay on there for doing the worst stuff. But then like small Twitch streamers will get banned like left and right. So I like pretty much choose not to stream on Twitch. Everyone always asks me to do it, but I'm like, I'd rather just stick to YouTube. Even like my YouTube friends are like, oh, you need to diversify. You need to be on Twitch. You need to be on Facebook, like streaming, and you need to do like Snapchat and like TikTok and everything. And I'm like, nah, I'm good. Like if I fail on YouTube, I fail on YouTube. It's not the end of the world. I'm more so on here to share my love of like video games and like meet cool new people as opposed to like getting famous. So it doesn't really matter to me either way. Twitch is the adopted kid of Twitter. Yeah, seriously. Thank you, Devontae. How you doing, buddy? Yeah, like so streaming's not even as easy as you think. I mean, like, first of all, a lot of times on Twitch, like you'll get people that aren't even streaming video games half the time. I mean, like there's a couple people that I watch that like don't stream video games on Twitch. I'm doing fine, thank you. I don't really watch them on Twitch though. That's the thing. Is like when they upload their streams to like YouTube, that's like usually when I watch them. When I like to play a game, I just like to have a couple of beers and like focus on the game and have fun. I'm not really trying to be professional at it anymore. I'm too old. I don't really care. Twitch would be fine if like its rules were the same for everybody, but it's really not. Yeah, the worst is when you're streaming with a bunch of people too. Because I used to stream with like the Yoon-Fam members, like the members of my channel. But too many people talk over each other, and some people like say stuff that's against like terms of service and can get my like whole like stream striked. So it's really hard to do that. So now I'll usually like I'll pick like one Yoon-Fam member and do like an actual video with them or a live stream with them instead of like having everybody on at once playing a game. It's just too much chaos to control, and I only have like one moderator. Because I don't just make people mods like other people too. You got to go through like a pretty big process. Like I gotta like I let people mod the Discord first to test the waters to see if like they have a similar path of thinking. Hey, Rage and Ningen, how you doing? I just want to make sure that people like they know like what's okay and what's not okay. And then even before we ever ban somebody, like on Discord, I think I have like 8 or 9 moderators, but on YouTube I only have one moderator, and that's actually the head of my moderators on Discord. Yeah, Raging Ningen, it's pretty funny because like when we made our podcast name, I guess like I had you in the back of my mind because it was like literally the first thing I came up with. And you comment a lot, so I probably just had it stuck with me in the back of my mind, and we just went with that for the podcast name. So I guess I was like half stealing it from you. Sorry. It is a cool name though. That's why I just popped up when I was suggesting it to Rich. Student of Costume says, I'm friends with KittyMeowser, Mr. Yoonite, and sometimes I do cool stuff with her too. Yeah, KittyMeowser is actually an affiliate of my channel. So we actually do a lot of collaborations together, like a lot. We've done contests together before. We covered almost all of E3 together. Like I do a lot of stuff with her. I almost said her real name. I'm trying to dox people. Thaddeus Horn says, happy birthday, Mark, and congrats on 4 years of YouTube. Thank you. All the Soul Calibur love and analysis. I appreciate it, buddy. Thank you very much. Raging Ningen said, hey, I saw you on Geekdom stream earlier. Dante said to Raging Ningen, is that where he's talking about the new Dragon Ball Super movie? I saw he was streaming. I just didn't hop on Danny's stream. I hop on his streams occasionally, but usually if I talk to Dan, it's going to be like on Twitter. I don't have a lot of time to like go on a lot of other people's streams. Thank you, Lorebot. I appreciate it. Yeah, I saw he was streaming about it. I also don't really want to be, I don't want to know too much information before going into it because I'm a huge Dragon Ball fan. If you can't tell by like the Dragon Ball stuff all over the place. So I don't really want to be spoiled on it. I just want to like go into the theater and like have a good time. I don't really want to know anything. Student says, I just celebrated 3 years on YouTube. Congratulations. The first 3 years is the hardest hump. Brian K says, happy birthday. Thank you very much. I appreciate it so much. If you guys are in the stream, please make sure to like the stream because it helps YouTube push it out to more people. If it gets drowned out with people in the stream versus likes, then like they kind of tend to bury it. Yeah, Dante, I don't want to spoil myself. Thank you, whoever just liked. I don't want to spoil myself at all. Like I just want to like go in and be, because I did the wrong thing with the Broly movie. Like I studied so much about it and I wanted to like learn all about it. And then like when it came out, I was like, I feel like it didn't have as much impact on me as like it should have had. And I mean, I own it on Blu-ray. I love that movie, but it's better when it's fresh. I mean, I started watching Dragon Ball like before like it was even airing on the air. No, it's not out yet. They're just doing teasers and stuff, Devontae, on like Twitter and stuff. And YouTubers are spoiling it. I usually spoil myself all the time, Dante Toshiro says. Yeah, I try not to. Like, I'll do a thing where, like, if I'm scrolling through Twitter and, like, I see something that is possibly, like, a spoiler or something, I'll just try to ignore it and, like, go past it. Unfortunately, I can't do that with, like, Soul Calibur because, like, I have to, like, report on it. But, well, I mean, not just Soul Calibur. Azure Soul says, well, it's my birthday too. Happy birthday to us. Technically, my birthday's on the 23rd, but I was super busy yesterday because friends took me out and I had to go to DMV in the morning. So I had no chance to stream or do any content. So I figured I'd do the birthday stream today. I didn't get home yesterday until late. So, but happy birthday to you too. I know, guys, if you see Matt in here, what is it? Solarfly 95 is his tag. Like, it's his birthday is today as well. And also Hannah Kokoro's birthday, I think, is coming up this Friday. You don't even know what the movie is about? Yeah, I'm trying not to. I just know the title of the movie, and like I saw like that one teaser trailer with like the kind of like CGI-esque Goku frame, but excuse me. I had a long day yesterday. You know what sucks though? I got the Series S, and then like I literally all I downloaded was because I have Game Pass. All I downloaded was what did I download? I downloaded the Master Chief Collection, Nier Automata, because I still haven't played that yet, believably. What else? A couple other games, but my hard drive's already full because the Series S only has like, it says 500 gigs, but like when you open it up, like because of the file sizes and stuff, it's actually only like 350 like gigs on the SSD. So I have to buy one of those like stupid $230 like memory cards so I can have a terabyte of extra space. Student says, I watched DBZ when I was a kid as well, but I feel like I've become more of a diehard Naruto fan. I love Naruto, but like Dragon Ball is always going to be like my favorite. It wasn't even the first anime I watched. The first anime I watched was Fist of the North Star. But I love me some Dragon Ball. Dante says same, but I've seen all of them. Then RN on Boruto though. I'm not caught up to Boruto. The last I saw of Boruto was Naruto and Sasuke were fighting. It was episode 65. I think it's the last anime episode. I gotta start reading the manga though, because I hear the manga is like a lot better than the anime. Devontae said, "Yeah, that's every console." Yeah, but I mean, I still have space on my PS5 though, but it's not, I mean, not much space, but it's only because like all of my PS4 games are on like an external like 3 terabyte or it might be a 5 terabyte hard drive that's plugged into the back. The only thing that sucks about the new consoles with the SSDs is that like the SSD technology is so expensive that like it's really not like worth it. Like for example, when I got my PS4, I know that they still took like the SATA format hard drives. Why not just buy a $60 terabyte USB? Because the games might not run as well because it's not an SSD. Like I know that like it's got to have like certain thank you for the birthday wish. I appreciate it. Soul Calibur 7 will be on next gen. So it'll be on PS5 and Xbox Series S and X. Because Athlon, that's what I usually do. Like with when I got PS4 day one, the first thing I did is I bought an SATA 2.5-inch SATA formatted hard drive. I got like 3 terabyte for my PS4. I did the same thing for PS3 day one and installed it because they fill up too fast. But SSD technology is way too expensive. Like the Xbox memory cards that go into the back, just for a 1 terabyte, it's like $230, and then for a 2 terabyte, it's like almost $500. It's like the price of the console for a couple extra terabytes. And PlayStation 5 doesn't even have like the NVMe slot activated yet. They're supposed to activate it this month that I've heard, but they keep just saying this summer, but it was supposed to be July. But that's going to be expensive when I have to put one of those in too. Do I think characters like Algol, Dampier, or Patroclus will be in Soul Calibur 7? No. You got to go back and watch a lot of my old videos for that. Like, that's the old timeline, and the only thing that exists in this timeline from the old timeline is the Solomel's memories, and the same goes with Cassandra because she was visited by her Soul Calibur 4 self. But Soul Calibur 5 did so bad that it almost tanked the franchise, so they kind of had to reboot the series. So this whole new timeline is meant to not to erase the last time, to coexist outside of it. So think of something like Dragon Ball GT. It's just like a new canon. And I think the narration is a lot better. I think Algol will definitely be in Soul Calibur 7 because at the end of season 2, the disembodied voice that's talking to Ishka Oct is actually Algol. So like Algol is definitely going to be in, but I don't think Patroclus or Pyrrha or Dampierre or any of those guys are going to be in 7. Well, we are going to see Viola. I think we're going to see Viola. We're going to see SCVI. I think Curtis might become a playable character. Yeah, it's a totally different timeline. Things have happened. Like when you start Soul Calibur 6, you'll notice that they're like going back on a couple things, especially from what do you call it? Wait, hold on. Let me answer this real quick. I don't know, but I feel like Soul Calibur 7 before both next gen, Xbox One, PS4, and PC. No, because they only usually do cross generational stuff for like the first year or two into a life cycle. And Soul Calibur 7 won't be out until like 2023, 2024. It'll be into the midlife of the console already, so it's only going to come out for like the current gen consoles. Plus, I think they're rebuilding the engine on Unreal Engine 5, and that doesn't work on PlayStation 4. Yeah, Devontae, you didn't know that? She was visited during her Soul Chronicle. You got to play all the Soul Chronicles. She actually shows up, the same version with like the mask. And like at the end of 5, when she got like lost in the what do you call it? When she got lost in like the how am I not remembering this right now? Do you think we'll ever see Nintendo guest characters again in the franchise? Well, they've already come out and said that they're not going to do console exclusive guest characters ever again because it was too hard to move on from 2. That's why even in like the 2 HD remake, the HD Online, there's no link. Thank you, Rocky. I appreciate it. I didn't play the DLC ones. Devontae, you got to play all the DLC ones, buddy. They're good. The DLC Soul Chronicles are the best ones because, like, even if you play the Season 2 ones, like, especially Huang, all of those, it introduces new characters and it leads totally up to Soul Calibur 7. So, like, it's going to be like if you jump into Soul Calibur 7 without watching those Soul Chronicles, you're going to be lost. Astrophysics place. Yeah, I forget what the technical term of it's called. It's the, damn it. Why can't I remember? The Astro Chaos. Yes, thank you. She was lost into the Astral Chaos, and she was like floating around for time is different in there. So she was like, she went kind of insane, and then she came through an astral portal, and she met like her current self, like in Soul Calibur 6, and she actually found out who she was and where she was from before like going away, and just pretty much said like protect like Sophitia's kids and blah blah blah. But I don't know if Pyrrha and Patroclus are going to be born to Sophitia because like the timeline's already changed so much, and they already said that like they're going to name their firstborn son like Duacleon or something like that. I know Pyrrha is technically like the firstborn, but I don't know if we're going to see them. They were hated characters anyway. Like I'm not saying I hated them, but like a lot of people in the community really don't like Pyrrha and Patroclus. I mean, Pyrrha is a little bit more accepted, but I know everyone hates Patroclus. Plus, Soul Calibur 5, like, one of the reasons it died is it replaced all the characters we like with, like, lesser-known versions of themselves. I wish Cassandra and Sophitia had their own game, but since they're already involved in Soul Calibur series, it wouldn't make sense. Well, not necessarily. There's series that do that all the time. Like, Ryu Hayabusa is from Dead or Alive. Well, I mean, technically he was from Ninja Gaiden first, but he's in Ninja Gaiden and he's in both. Patroclus is not going to be in Calibur 7 because it will take place in a different timeline and story between 2 and 3. Not right. It's not in between 2 and 3. It's the timeline in which 2 and 3 took place is the timeline in the new timeline in which that will take place. It's really confusing, but none of the events are going to be the same. There's going to be no crossover events. That's why they had some similarities to Soul Edge and Soul Calibur 1 in Soul Calibur 6, but then we saw all the decisions being changed and all the new characters being introduced and as well messing everything up. So the entire timeline is going to be completely different. Like, for example, we're not going to see like Zasalamel becoming like the bad guy again because he's pretty much working on the side of the good guys. We're not going to see like any of that stuff. And I don't even think Sofiti is going to have the same kids. She might not even become like a fighter still. Like she might settle down and like Cassandra might take her place. Rocky says I loved Pyrrha more. Devontae said the same thing. Pyrrha Omega was my character. Yeah, I mean Pyrrha was okay. Like I think Pyrrha was kind of cool, but I mean like everyone hated Patroclus, so like the whole kids thing is going to get scrapped regardless. I mean, I guess the good thing is we could still go back and play 5 if you want to do that. I don't know why you would want to, except for the character creation system, but the story in that game is jacked. Yeah, Rocky said he hated Patroclus, and most people did. I don't even know whether that's an unpopular opinion or not, because I hear like the same thing from a lot of people. Suno Cosme says, yeah, it was also the fact that Soul Calibur 5 was extremely hard to beat for no reason. Characters just shouldn't be OP. We're like Shao Kahn levels of cheap. So the new director from because the director after Project Soul after Soul Calibur 4 left, and the one that came in for Soul Calibur 5 was he wanted Soul Calibur to go completely into esports territory, and he said he used the basis of Street Fighter Third Strike as his basis for directing Soul Calibur 5, to where he would take away a lot of the old characters and reintroduce new characters, and they stripped down all the modes to make it like online friendly. So that's why it was like a lot different than the other Soul Caliburs. It was supposed to focus on esports, which is why when some people tell me that Soul Calibur should go into like focusing only on esports and like not worry about like the casuals, quote unquote, or like the people who like it for the single player stuff, I completely disagree, because we see what happened with 5, and that's just going to happen again. Rocky said I created Gambit from X-Men. There's actually a lot of characters I created in 5 that I cannot recreate in 6, because 6's character creation stuff is all locked behind different races and genders. Athen, I don't think you have to worry. Viola has already been hinted at in her in Amy's Soul Chronicle, so you know she's going to come back. I wonder what happened with Soul Calibur 5 being backwards compatible on the Xbox. It's like they said, forget it. Soul Calibur 5 is not compatible with Series X and S. I know that's the reason why I got a digital, the digital version of the Series S instead of the X, is because a lot of the games that I like on that I have on 360 aren't part of the backwards compatible thing. Like Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball 2. Don't judge me. I love that game. Naruto Clash of Ninja, Naruto The Broken Bond. That stuff's like, yeah, it's not on Xbox at all. No, Soul Calibur 5 is on 360. It's definitely not exclusive. I know Soul Calibur 5 is on 360. They might have taken it off the store because of the licensed characters, but... Oh, you mean Xbox One? Yeah. Well, there's a lot of games on Xbox One and Xbox Series S and X that aren't compatible with the Xbox 360 era stuff. If Keelig in Soul Calibur 7 activates a soul charge, he should have wings similar to Devil Jin's in his Evil Ryu transformation. That could be cool. It was supposed to be on Xbox One. Yeah. Well, they didn't port it to PS4 though either, to be fair. Like you could just you couldn't even play it on PS4. Like I can only play my my copy of Soul Calibur 5 on PS3. But I own it digitally on PS3, but it's not like PS4 is backwards compatible either. So I think the whole last generation period you can't play Soul Calibur 5. It can happen if it's done well, but it hasn't proven that they just don't know how to implement it well, and that was the result. We can't exactly say that, student, because like there's certain crowds for esports and there's certain crowds for single player games, and there's more of an overlap for single player players on Soul Calibur than there is on other fighting games, like say Street Fighter, for example, or Mortal Kombat. Because those have been like competitive for like a long time, and like Soul Calibur is all over the place when it comes to competitivity. And anybody who like is an actual like esports player or somebody who plays that stuff, thank you, Michael, I appreciate it. A lot of those people They'll even tell you that Soul Calibur 2 was like the peak of balancing with Soul Calibur, and any other Soul Calibur game it like shouldn't be in esports anyway. So you either have to care about balancing and having every character equal, or we can have like our OP bosses and like our fun creative characters and be able to play. So like I tend to go towards more of like I like the single player aspects of it, and I love playing competitively with like my friends and like the Yoon-Fam and like my subscribers online, but like I would never play in a competition. Especially now when Nightmare exists. Devontae says, it was glitched in a library thing, but it never came back. It was a whole thing. Oh, yeah. I think I remember hearing about that. I'd like to see so many guest characters. Happy birthday, Mark. Thank you, Michael. Rocky Ford says, how good was Sheba from Soul Calibur 5? I never used him. I didn't use any of those characters in Soul Calibur 5 that were replacement characters. I only used created characters in 5. 4... like, I was mad that, like, my bonus characters didn't come back. I understand why. I even made a video on it, but, like, I really wanted Shura back and Kamakiri Musi and stuff, but when you take away all my mains and replace them with, like, other versions, like, I'm not going to get into it. Like, they were different enough, but also not enough to, like, replace them. You know what I mean? Like, Sheba is definitely, like, nowhere near as cool as Kilik. Leixia was nowhere near as cool as Shanghua. It's just like, I don't know. Rocky says, I'm 50-50 on Soul Calibur and Mortal Kombat. I probably play Tekken more than all of them, but Soul Calibur is like the one I like the most. I'm better competitively at Tekken though. I only use Tira. A lot of people main Tira. I love Sheba, Kilik main. So yeah, probably why. Yeah, Devontae, you've said a lot of stuff like that in the past, and I agree with you. Like, I mean, you can like characters for whatever you want. Thank you, Miss Pirate. I appreciate it. You can like characters forever you want. I don't even care if people like Patroclus. Like, there's reasons you like a character. You like a character. I did a whole video on like what makes a character your favorite or your main. So I'm not gonna hate on anybody for their mains. Just personally, I can only speak from my own personal experience. Brian K says, do you think Soul Calibur like characters in a triple fight, like example Grove versus Maxi versus Siegfried? You mean like in a 3v3 situation? I don't think it would work well at all. I think it would work better in a tag team situation. I made a video on that also. I think it would be cool if there was like a Soul Calibur tag. Thank you, Deathzall. I haven't heard from you in a while, buddy. You've been like hidden in the wind. Thank you for the birthday green boy. Everyone say thank you to Deathzall for the donation for my birthday. We've been like looking for you on the channel a long time. I don't know if you've been lurking. We talk about you on the live streams all the time. Rocky said it'll be cool if Anglefear from Soul Calibur 4 came back, but that's probably never going to happen. Yeah, because she's technically like a pseudo guest. Do you think Hayate would be a good character to play if they made a Ninja Gaiden 4? Yeah, I mean, I kind of prefer Ein, to be honest, and I know that's an unpopular opinion. I just like Ein. Deathsall says, love you, man. Today ain't about you. It's about you. Brian says, thank you, Deathsall. Devontae says, bro, I would love Soul Calibur with a tag team like DOA. Yeah, it can work really well, too, especially with, like, the weapon combos and stuff. Like, you could do, like, combination supers. Like, I would love a Soul Calibur tag. Anybody else that wants to donate for my birthday would be greatly appreciated. Super chats and stickers are on. I would greatly appreciate it. But, of course, it's not necessary. You can just enjoy the stream and chat if you want. We'll need Cloud Strife from Final Fantasy VII and Dante from Devil May Cry as guest characters. Well, Rocky, you know I've already covered those, and like they were both supposed to be in Soul Calibur 2 and 3, respectively. And I was thinking that if we got a season 3, it would probably be either one of those two. But now that season 3 is like probably not happening, I like hold on, I'm just unhiding that comment. Now that it's probably not happening, like I don't know if it's gonna line up with like the release. Maybe Cloud, because like part 2 might come out at some point. I don't know when Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2 is supposed to come out, but Siegfried and Nightmare be a tag team. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that would be cool tag teams. You bet the first online team would be Nightmare and Siegfried? Yeah, I know, dude. I'm telling you. I mean, there's probably other tag teams that would actually counter them if you were doing tag stuff. Death Soul 777 says, I'd love if they implemented different styles like Mortal Kombat. It would help to give more depth to the roster. You mean like choosing which style for which character, like before you choose the character, or you mean like a link system kind of thing? Give me a little bit more details. I think I know what you're talking about. Like when you choose like their, like in Mortal Kombat, you're saying when you would choose, like, the only reason I didn't like that in Mortal Kombat is because it broke up all the characters' original moves. Yeah, see, I like that, but I ended up only using the one I was good with, which sucks because some of the moves that I liked were locked behind other stuff. I kind of like the way Mortal Kombat 11 does it, where like you can choose which like moves to put on your character, kind of like a creation thing. But as I understand it, those characters actually can't be used online. They only use like the base roster characters. So like that style would be different. That would be better for online play. Man, we can only dream at this point. Tag Soul Calibur is definitely my number one thing I want in video games. I'm not gonna hate on you for that. I mean, I'm kind of right there, to be honest. Yeah, the variations were dumb. Mortal Kombat 11 is the worst for it. I'm not going to say dumb because I enjoy the variations. It's just like certain aspects lend better to single player and certain aspects lend better to online. So it depends on what you're playing the game for. Like, what is your focus? And then that'll be better. I like 11, and I also like when you could choose the variations. I just didn't like how I didn't have time to learn everyone's variations, and they were locked, like certain moves were locked behind a variation. That's the only reason why I tended to more like 11s, if that makes sense, because I can customize their move sets. Death Soul says, yeah, that'd be cool too. Soul Calibur doesn't have special move inputs like most games. You mean using the bar that's like tap just to like R1? I mean, they could implement like special moves if they. I think some special moves are implemented in the middle of combo strings though. But I guess it's still tapping R1, so it still doesn't. It's still not considered like an actual move input. I agree with that. Devontae says breaking characters' move sets in fighting games into 3 to me is just. Yeah, I mean, I see where they were going for though. You know. Fox Live says the fate of billions of souls depend on. Sorry. I haven't actually played Mortal Kombat in a long time. 2 is fine, but 3, I think they were just. See, the thing is like, they implemented the 3 different ones because they wanted each character to have a way to counter a character who's good, be defensive against a character who's good, and be offensive against a character who's good. Thank you, Demon Slayer. I appreciate you. So if they, you know what I'm saying? So like, let's say that like you chose like Liu Kang, like Fire Fist or whatever, it would be better against like Cyrax's whatever and defensive against somebody else's whatever. It's kind of like a Pokemon element situation going on there. You have to kind of be smart about like what you're going to pick against what you're not going to pick. But that would also lead to some inconsistencies when it came to online play because certain variations were better than others. I'd like to see Cody or Guy as a guest in 7. Like I said before, they only add main protagonists as guests. That's what they've done in the past. There's no instance of them ever doing anything other than that. So if there was anybody from like Street Fighter who would be a guest, it would probably be like Ryu, which would be like super boring. Do you think Scorpion from Mortal Kombat would fit into Soul Calibur? Probably not. I think it'd be interesting, but he's already a guest in Injustice, so it would be interesting. It would be cool if you can use Scorpion's style like they did with Devil Jin style in 5. I can see that, but not him as an actual character. And there's not a lot of crossover between like Japanese and American developers anyway. Death Soul says, I mean, like fireballs or back forward input. The move pool would just be like different types of play, like imagine rushdown style. Yeah, I would rather them do like quarter circle variations on moves and super arts instead of like what they did with with reversal edge. I mean, I know reversal edge is easy to counter at high levels of play, but it's like I would have much rather a more in-depth move system than that. Student says, I still play Mortal Kombat, Soul Calibur, Dead or Alive, Naruto. Those games are my childhood. I play all of them still, but I just like haven't played Mortal Kombat in a while because I've been stuck on some other single player games like Yakuza 7 and Cyberpunk 2077. And what else am I currently playing? Scarlet Nexus. I'm playing a bunch of stuff right now, so it's hard to go back unless like unless a friend's coming over and we're gonna have cold beers and just like fight. I tend to play single player games, so I'm just relaxing. Dante says, was Mortal Kombat 3 with Undead Liu Kang in it? That was Armageddon. Mortal Kombat Armageddon had the zombie Liu Kang, which was the 4th PS2 game, I believe. Or was it the 3rd? No, it's Deadly Alliance, Deception, and then Armageddon. So I believe it might have been the 3rd. I have them all, but I haven't played them in a while. Armageddon's like online servers were still active when the last time I played it in like 2018. Devontae says, I get it, but to me, we already have the player matchup. Now it's player and character matchups. Like I said, like I'd have to see it implemented in something like Soul Calibur to know if it will work or not. And it doesn't work in all the instances in which it's implemented, but sometimes it does work. I just like, I'm with you. Like I want to see how it work out otherwise. But I also think that like as Soul Calibur fans, we do need to step up our game with like learning how to play at a little bit higher of a level. I'm not saying particularly in esports. Like I love being a casual when it comes to that, but like a lot of games like push like being different in every game to get you to like learn the character with their new move styles and move sets. But Soul Calibur is pretty stationary when it comes to that. Devontae says, I'd rather have Ryu Hayabusa as a character in Scorpion. I definitely would too. I would love Ryu Hayabusa in Soul Calibur. Rocky Ford says, if the PlayStation Xbox exclusive still exists, it would be cool if Jago from Killer Instinct was a guest character in Soul Calibur. Well, Jago isn't even on this. He's not. I mean, I have Killer Instinct. I have KI on my Series S, but like that's an Xbox One game. That's not even a Series X and Series S game. It doesn't even have Series X and S support. Like it plays, but it doesn't have like the upgrade stuff. But I don't think they're going to go back and do that. They've already come out multiple times and said they're not doing console exclusives anymore. I've been playing a lot of Smash Remix on 64. I don't have my Nintendo 64 anymore. It's like the only Smash that I have is Smash on the Switch Ultimate. I'm trying to pre-order. Well, I just went by too fast. Hold on. Where is that? I'm trying to pre-order Halo Infinite. Why would you pre-order it? Just get Game Pass. If you get Game Pass, you get Halo Infinite day one when it comes out for free. That's like the only reason I bought the Xbox Series S in the first place is because of Game Pass. I'm not going to buy any games on Xbox, but like I get all the game. You get the 3 games a month for Xbox Live, same as PlayStation Plus. Plus, you get the Xbox Game Pass, and Halo Infinite's a Microsoft owned company, so that game's never going to go off of Game Pass. It's going to stay on forever, so you can just get it day one for free. I'm not spending $70 on that. And Halo Infinite's one of the main reasons I got the Series S. Thoughts on the WWE games? I like them, especially for the character creation aspect, but when it comes to like the actual stories and play style, I feel like the play style is a bit stale. It's like similar to how it was in like the 64 era. I wish they would like upgrade it a little bit or add some kind of like, you know, mixed martial art kind of thing. I know it's wrestling, so it's technically not that, so it would kind of defeat the purpose, but I'm not really into wrestling. But I do like the games. I've played like almost all of them. Devontae says, yeah, Mark Armageddon was the last PS2 game, but don't forget about Shaolin Monks. Yeah, but I meant like mainline series games. That's a side game. I didn't forget about Shaolin Monks. It's one of my favorite games. Jamal Sanders says, happy birthday, brother. God bless you, bro. Thanks, Jamal. I appreciate you. Dante says, I agree. It's not, you don't have to agree with me, but thank you for agreeing with me. Student says, I would love Kasumi from DOA and Soul Calibur. That's just me. Dude, all the shade being thrown at Soul Calibur for being extra sexy these days. You imagine what would happen if Kasumi showed up in there? Plus, she only really uses Kanai. And also, the Kanai are more of like Ayane's thing. So, what weapon would she have? Unless they used like her just fighting style, and like had her as like a weaponless fighter. But that would also be weird for character creation if you're actually going to use her style because of the way she like moves. Rocky Ford says Killer Instinct was on Nintendo. Do you mean like on the Nintendo Switch or the original Nintendo? I'm not talking about that KI. I'm talking about the newest KI was on Xbox One. By the way, if you get an Xbox One on Game Pass, if you download KI, you literally get all the versions of the older KIs as well. Like you get KI 1 and KI 2. Comes with everything. You don't have to pay for anything. Do you think Yoshimitsu will be the one for Tira will break her evil side? Yoshimitsu's too goofy for that. If anything, it would be I think a friendship with Amy or possibly Taki, because Taki has the ability to like dispel evil. And Deathzall says, if anyone talked about this yet, but did anyone hear the Soul Calibur 6 character select at the Olympics? Yeah, I talked about it on the Discord. There's the character select music was playing at the Olympics, if anyone doesn't know what he's talking about. Yeah, but I have Game Pass, but I just prefer to buy it. See, for me personally, I have a Switch, a PS5, and a Series S. So I bought the Series S on purpose from the Series X just to have Game Pass so I can download the Microsoft exclusive stuff for free. Because I'm not going to spend extra money on that just because of the exclusives. Buying the console was enough for me. I spend too much money on PS5 as it is. I understand if you want to order it. I would, if I had the Series X, I would probably get it just so I can have the physical copy. But since I have the Series S, it's digital only, so there's no point in me buying it. But I can see if you would want the physical copy, I would definitely agree with you for that, because I'm kind of mad that I don't have the physical copy. Same with the Master Chief Collection. Devontae says most games that aren't Series S, X enhanced are still somewhat improved. Load times, for example. Yeah, well, that comes with having the SSD. So, of course. I'm just meant, you know how they choose their guest characters. They need to be relevant, and that game's on like now 2 generations ago, so, or last generation, I should say. A tag mode for Soul Calibur 6-7 would be a fun alternate to the regular play. Yeah, Thaddeus, we've been talking about Soul Calibur 7 tag like all day on here already. Like that's one of the main things we've been talking about. The Soul Calibur 6 character selection song, Devontae. Rocky says KI1 was on SNES. KI2 was on N64, and I have KI on the original Game Boy. Yeah, I know it was originally, it's not a Nintendo property. It was originally on Nintendo consoles, but it's been more so known recently as an Xbox thing because it's only on Xbox right now, the last game. The one that Maximilian Dude helped do some stuff for. Student of Cosby says, not that it matters, but I'm a girl. Don't tell guys in chat that. You're gonna be getting inbox hit-ups. People try and take you out on a date all the time. But it's but thank you for alliterating. Mike says, I can't wait for the new AEW game. Wrestling games are fighting games, but they need to put fighting styles in SmackDown versus Raw 2010 and 2014. I mean, all the Tekken characters and they look like them. Yeah, the best character creations that I've seen are in those wrestling games. I've seen people make some really great stuff. Any thoughts on Dragon Ball Super Superhero with Pan being aged up and going for a manga art style? I believe it looks manga because it's like CGI, but I like that Pan's coming back because that means we'll get adult Goten and Trunks. And the reason I want to Goten and Trunks is because I want to see adult Goten. I know we've technically seen him in Dragon Ball Heroes, but we've never seen him in GT. They were about to fuse in GT, but we just didn't see it. And those kids need to freaking grow up because I'm so tired of like them looking like they're 5 years old for half their life. Dante says, oops, spoiler. Yeah, that's the only thing that like I got spoiled on today is I saw someone posted some screenshots of some of the characters. Devontae said, that's so cool. I'm YouTubing it. I feel like Soul Calibur 5 is more Olympic. Soul Calibur 5's character select is OST. I don't really watch the Olympics though, so I'm going to pass, but it is pretty cool. Dante said, yeah, they better make Goten and Trunks adults now. If Pan's that old, they have to be teens. Well, I mean, they've been teens already. They've been like 15 in like the Kid Buu saga and stuff. Or 14 or whatever. They're old as hell, but they look like they're little babies. And people are always like, oh, the Saiyan physiology. Well, technically it's true. I mean, like before Goten, when Goku was fighting in like the 22nd Tenkaichi Budokai before he met Piccolo, he was like 14 or 15, I think, and he still looked like a little kid. So I guess it's like kind of true. But my favorite design for Goten is GT Goten. Trunks should look like the History of Trunks version. Well, he's a lot more spoiled than the History of Trunks version. So like he's probably going to grow out more looking like the GT one. I really want to see Marin, Krillin, and 18's daughter. Hasn't Marin already been shown in Super? Or am I just thinking of Dragon Ball Z? I thought I saw her as a baby already. I'm pretty sure. Oh, you mean grown up a little bit? Okay, yeah, I see. Yeah, I mean we saw her grown up in GT, didn't we? Wasn't she in some scenes with like with Bra? I'm sorry, Bulla in the American version. Stopping by to say happy birthday. Thank you, Caliber75. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. Let's keep the conversation going, guys. As soon as we stop, I stop. She said, Mike said, yeah, she was 17 years old. Yeah, I remember seeing her as an adult. I like all the GT designs because they're all designed by Yamamuro. So, and he's one of my favorite character designers for Dragon Ball. Yeah, she was with 18 in some scenes, and she was around GT Trunks and Goten's age. Yeah. I mean, I love GT, so if you can't tell, like almost all my figures are GT. GT, except for Goku Black there and Super Saiyan God Goku in the front. But I actually watched GT in like 1997 when it came out. So I was like right coming off of the Majin Buu arc when it came out. So I was like really hungry for Dragon Ball stuff. And it's not as bad as anyone. There's a big bandwagon for it. Toriyama did the designs, if I remember. Toriyama did some of the character sheets, but Yamamuro did like Super Saiyan 4 and stuff like that. But I think Toriyama did it for like Bulma, GT Vegeta. I'm not sure if he did Goten and Trunks. I might be misremembering, but I'd have to go back and look at the perfect files again. Because GT was like a hodgepodge of like everybody. Like Akira Toriyama had a lot to do with it. Like he wrote it, he approved the script. I think he did like the logo, if I'm not mistaken. The music in GT is the best in the whole series. Like you can chala your way out of here. Like, oh my god. We all want Shadow Dragon figures. Yeah, there's like a pretty lack of them. I remember there was like Irwin Toys did a couple, like the Ice and Nova and like Omega, but they weren't that great. Like I want to see some good like Band Presto. Man, all this talk about Soul Calibur made me reminisce about Soul Calibur 5, but I don't feel like getting my 360 for my attic. You just got to get one of those HDMI splitters, Devontae. I have all my systems plugged in the same TV. I just have this HDMI splitter that like you plug in eight different HDMIs and there's one output to your TV. And it has a remote that you just switch between them. It wasn't expensive either. I think I got it for like $50 from Amazon. Because I still play my 360 a lot, even though I have the Series S. Unironically, I love the American dub theme. Get out of here, Demon Slayer. Are you kidding me? That was like, oh my, that was such an ear bleeder. Woke up in the grand tour. A grand new adventure begins. A new adventure Goku and his friends. I hated that, the Dragon Ball rap. I mean, anybody can if you're growing up with the... First of all, a lot of the Funimation stuff like was a little off to me, except for like the Falconer production score. I still like that. Solarflare says, sorry, I'm late. I was having lunch with my grandma for my birthday. Everyone say happy birthday to Solarflare, too. It's Matt's birthday as well today. Devontae said, what is it called? What's what called? Oh, it's an HDMI splitter. Just look up HDMI splitter on Amazon. I'll tell you the exact brand of the one I got. Hold on. I'll look it up real quick. There's a bunch of like 3 and 2s, but the one that I got is I believe it's a 7 in and 1 out. I gotta find the exact one that I got. I'm not going through my ordered list because I got it like years ago, but I know it's still on here. Just give me a second, guys. I'm looking. Okay, mine is called the Zeta Guard. So it's ZETTAGUARD. They have ones that are like 4 in 1. I think I got the 7 in 1. I'll show it to you on camera from my phone in a second, Devontae, so you can like see what it looks like. How many HDMIs do you need? Because like you might not need, like, for example, here's the 5 one. This is 5 in and 5 out. Let me see if you can see this. So that's 5 HDMI ports in and then 1 out to your TV. I think mine has 7, but this would work too. And this is a little bit cheaper. This one's only like how much is this? This is only $45 for this one. That's the front and the back, by the way. It's not thick like that. It's very thin. Like I fit it underneath my TV and it looks pretty nice. Thank you, Terrence. I appreciate you. Have you seen anything about that Steam Deck? What are your thoughts? My thoughts are, if I wanted the Steam Deck, I would probably go for the more expensive version, and I can't afford it right now because the PS5 and Series S that I just got. But I am interested, but I don't even have a Steam account. But I mean, so many people want to play with me on PC that like I might end up getting it and just upgrading it with like a memory card. Dante says the new movie's story has to be before the end of Z. Maybe, I bet. I mean, who knows? It's not like anything is canon in Dragon Ball anymore. The only thing I consider canon in Dragon Ball is like the original manga that goes up to the Buu arc. I don't think anything is canon in Dragon Ball. Talking about canon is stupid because the movies have their own canon. The manga has their own canon. Super has its own anime canon and manga canon. There's like too many canons for Dragon Ball to even make sense. So I just say there's no canon in Dragon Ball outside of the original manga. It sucks when Okai listening to that song in GT. If you're watching the dub, yeah. I don't watch the dub. I watch the well, even when I watch the dub, I watch it dubbed with Japanese music. But I usually watch it subtitled because I like the voices better. Terrence Sprouse says happy birthday. I think I already said that. Thank you so much. Solarfire says on the DVD release of GT, they did an English version of Dan Dan. Yeah, I know, but I always watch the subtitled version, so I don't hear the English version. And the English version of Dan Dan's nowhere near as good as like the Japanese version. It's like a guy that sings it, and I don't know, man. I don't like it. Devontae says 5 is probably enough. Yeah, dude, go with 5. Go with that one. It's like only $45. And you can plug all your systems into it. The only reason that like I needed the 7 is because I have plugged into my TV in like my living room. I have PS2, PS3, PS5 because I moved the PS4 to the bedroom because I don't need it out there anymore because I have all my PS4 games on an external hard drive for my PS5. I have Nintendo Switch. I have the Xbox 360. I have the Xbox Series S, all plugged into my TV through that one. And like I have 2 extra, so like maybe if like something else comes out, I can grab it too. But I kind of want the Steam Deck, but I'm not sure, man. It depends on if it goes down in price at all. Dante says, wait, do you think GT will be rewritten as Super goes on, but in Akira Toriyama vision? Mike, Akira Toriyama had a lot to do with GT in the first place. It's not like it was only toy animation. Akira Toriyama had to like proofread the script and approve the script, and he did all the character designs except for Yamamoto's Super Saiyan 4. Akira Toriyama had a lot more to do with GT than he actually has to do with Super. Yeah, so I don't think it'll be rewritten. I think they'll just call it another timeline like they did with Soul Calibur. Dante says, yeah, I don't worry about the canon anymore when people complain about it. Yeah, I just ignore them, dude. Who cares? Detzel says, dude, Soul Calibur 6 on the go, and you can ROM all the other ones. Yeah, I'm not arguing with you. Like, I kind of low-key want one, but, like, I got to wait for a price drop. I don't have enough money. And, like, nobody donates on my streams except for you. So, yeah. Mike says, okay, I understand. Yeah, no, it's fine. It's just like it's a common misconception that Akira Toriyama didn't have anything to do with GT, but he actually had a lot to do with it. Sorfair95 says the transformations for Super Saiyan are crap compared to Super Saiyan 4, just saying. Yeah, I mean, definitely. Like, I say that all the time. Super Saiyan 4 is like the power of the Uzora with the speed of Super Saiyan combined in like one. And like, it actually makes sense as a transformation for the Saiyans. Like, growing your hair down to your feet and losing your eyebrows doesn't make sense to me from a perspective of transformation. And I love Super Saiyan 3. I'm just saying, like, the Super Saiyans, even the way it came about is like Akira Toriyama just didn't want his assistant who was inking for him to like have to keep coloring and Goku's hair's black, so he invented Super Saiyan. It's like such a lame origin story. Demon Slayer says, out of all the anime games, Yu Yu Hakusho not getting a new fighter is really odd, but I understand the reason why. At the time that it came out, it wasn't as popular as the other shonen, but now it's become known as like a really popular shonen. It's personally my favorite shonen, actually. And there are some really good Yu Yu Hakusho games. They're just not the ones that came to the US. Like, for example, I have Yu Yu Hakusho Forever, which is a much better fighting game than Dark Tournament. It plays like pretty much like Budokai does. And it also has like Yomi's in it and Ryzen, and it goes past the Dark Tournament. So obviously, like, I prefer Forever, but I wish we had one. The closest thing we have is Jump Force, unfortunately. Solarfire says One Piece is my favorite shonen. One Piece is great, but I tend to stick to the games for One Piece. I've tried to watch the series probably like 4 or 5 different times, and like I always drop it off and then start over again. It's just too long. Same thing with like Gundam. Like, I love Gundam, but there's some Gundams I haven't even watched. Like, I haven't even seen Gundam Seed. But I love the characters and the designs and the powers and stuff in One Piece. That's why I play the games. But plus, my favorite character in One Piece died, so like I don't even care anymore. I'd say just read the One Piece manga. The pacing is at least better than the anime. Yeah, but Ace is dead, so who cares? Solar Flare says, oh, I already read that. I love Super Saiyan 4. Besides all the other transformations, my favorite form is Super Saiyan 3. Yeah, I like Super Saiyan 3 too. I think Super Saiyan 2 is probably my second favorite, but that's probably only because of Majin Vegeta, not because of Gohan like everyone else says. But I would love to start Gundam, but I think I might go for G Gundam. Isn't that the Chibi one? Or are you talking about G Fighter Gundam with like Dome and Kashu? I mean, I think my favorites are probably Gundam Wing, the 8th MS team, and 00 Riser, and Unicorn Gundam. Those are probably my favorites. Have you seen the recent Mortal Kombat live action movie? Yeah, I did see it. I have HBO Max, so I saw it. G Fighter, yeah, it's a good one. It's not up in my favorite, but I enjoyed it. Domon Kashu is cool. Let's see. What do you think if Future Trunks time traveled to an alternate timeline of another anime? Well, that wouldn't be another alternate timeline. That'd be another dimension. You need a whole nother machine for that. You need like the Infinity Gauntlets or something. I don't know. Like, that's crazy. The hearsay of it all, the heresy of it all. What's heretical about what I said about G Fighter Gundam, or about my favorite Gundams, or One Piece? What? Dragon Ball? We've covered a lot in the past 5 couple minutes. That's all. What's heretical? Solar Flare says my favorite transformations were the Ozaru, Super Saiyan 4, and Super Saiyan 3. A lot of people say that. Athern says G Fighter is Dragon Ball but Gundam, SD is Chibi and Shenanigans. Yeah, I didn't watch SD because I can't get through like the Chibi character styles. But like I said, my favorites are Double O Riser, Wing, 8th MS Team, Unicorn, and that's it. Those are my favorites. I think the only Gundams I actually have are... Yeah, they're right over there. I have the Double O Riser Master Grade, and I have the Master Grade Wing Zero Custom from the Endless Waltz. Thank you, ASJJ. I appreciate it. G Gundam and SD are the only ones I've seen. Are you serious, Matt? You got some explaining to do. Like, go watch Gundam Wing. Go watch Double O Riser and Gundam Unicorn. You need to. You don't really need to watch the 8th MS Team. I just like the 8th MS Team. Oh, them not donating? Yeah, dude, it's not poggers at all. I like Dirty Pair and Dirty Pair Flash. I've seen a bunch of Dirty Pair. I mean, I understand if people don't want to donate or can't donate. It's not... I don't really bait people. I appreciate it, but it's not super necessary. I mean, I do need the money because I've spent so much money on YouTube and moving out of New York that like I'm broke as hell right now. But I don't. Yeah, I'm not gonna be like one of those Twitch streamers. If you can, you can. And if you want to, you want to. If you don't, you don't. You can't, you can't. I'm still gonna love you all the same for watching and commenting and sharing and liking the stream and all that stuff. I'm just appreciative of people being here and giving a crap about what I have to say instead of like, yeah, it's not necessary. But it is very much appreciated. You know what I actually prefer? I actually prefer if people join the channel, but that takes a lot more of a... There's a 99-cent tier, actually. If Mecha-wise, new Getter Robo gains my attention more than Gundam. If we're going... with all mecha, I actually like Razafon and Escaflowne more than Gundam. Escaflowne is probably my favorite. You don't live in New York anymore? No, I moved I moved in May. That's why my studio is different. Yeah, of course, Matt, the Jump Force one. I wish I could donate, dude. I have low paying and job, but it pays my bills. Yeah, like I said, there's no pressure for anybody. 00 Series, Seed, Unicorn Wing, and Seed, along with Iron Blooded Orphans, are the best in my opinion. I haven't seen Iron Blooded Orphans, but a lot of people said it's good, so I gotta try and watch that. I also haven't seen Seed, but I know about it from like the Dynasty Warriors Gundam games, like the annotated, abridged versions of those. I don't play the modern Gundam games because it's all just verses and there's no story. But as soon as a Gundam game has a story again, so the latest Gundam game I still play is Dynasty Warriors Gundam Reborn. By the way, if you guys are interested in joining the Yoon-Fam, you can hit the join button. That's right next to subscribe on my channel. And there's a lot of benefits like playing with me and stuff like that. Hey, Omni King. How you doing? Devontae said playing zombies, but I'm still here in the stream. No problem. We're probably going to end it pretty soon anyway, but happy birthday to the boy Mark. Thank you, Omni King Zeno. I appreciate it. Getting older is never fun. Tesla said, I was just playing. Love you guys. Got to go. Happy birthday again, man. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the $5 donation, and I appreciate you. Thanks, Tesla. Come back on the streams more and more. We miss you around here. Mike Garcia says, what crossover games do you like to see, Mark? I actually used to have Battle Stadium Dawn on PS2. It was like kind of like a Smash Brothers game, but it was like with One Piece, Naruto, and Dragon Ball, and it was pretty fun. Solarfer said, I'm only 26 and I feel old. Yeah, how do you think I feel? I turned 38 today, dude. I'm old as hell. Atherton says the Breaker games are fun for MS creation and story. I played the first Breaker. It was okay. I liked the fun of it, but I just want like an intense story, not like, oh, we're playing with Gunpla. You know what I mean? Like I want like a story of like the series and stuff. Is it true that NetherRealm Studios is working on a new IP? Yes, it's true, and it's also rumored that it's with the Marvel IP. So a lot of people are estimating that maybe we're going to see a Marvel vs. DC fighting game, which would be excellent. I'm not sure how true that is, but there are rumors floating around. I want to see some evidence first before I go and say anything. If you want to see, Mike, what currently I would like to see of a new crossover game, I would love to see a Hunter x Hunter cross Yu Yu Hakusho game. Or I would also love to see like Berserk cross Bleach. I think that'd be interesting too. We're going to go about 10 more minutes, guys. I'm going to end it at an hour and 30. Heck, I still play Tenchu in the original RE 1, 2, and 3. I can't play the original REs anymore. I'm so used to like the free roaming that like there was like, that's why I couldn't beat RE 0 either. It's just like that whole style of like movement where you can't move while you're shooting. I own them all. I own all of those games. Tenchu's awesome. Tenchu's really hard, but Tenchu 1 and 2 are freaking awesome. Spider-Man versus Batman. I mean, they've done that in the comics, but not, I don't think. First of all, there's two. I can make a whole stream just based on that. Crossing my fingers for a Marvel fighting game. Yeah. Demon Slayer says Guts with a Bankai. Yeah, of course, dude. I mean, Guts kind of has a Bankai. He's got that that one form that he's got when his armor like engulfs him. I forget what it's called. It's like his Berserk transformation or something. It's kind of a Bankai. The Berserker armor, yeah, that's what I figured. Yeah, I love that. The Berserk game by Koei Tecmo is actually pretty good. I'm currently on level 80 of Hell. I'm trying to get to 100 so I can unlock the Fento. I think it's the Fenty armor for what's his name? Am you kidding me? How am I forgetting like the main bad guy's name? Femento armor for Griffith. Thank you. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I have it digitally. Yeah. It'll be cool if they made a physical version of it, but at least like I'll never lose it or trade it in. Michael says I'd like to see a Sailor Moon fighting game. That could be interesting. That'd be something I'd like to see Arc System Works pick up. Thank you, Divine Fleming. I appreciate it. Terrence Sprout says Superman versus Thor. Superman would murk Thor, dude. Like that's not even a contest. Thor would like hit him with a lightning bolt like Mjolnir, and then Superman would just like punch a hole through him. Like he's got nowhere near the endurance that like Superman has used for feats. The same thing as with Spider-Man and Batman. Spider-Man punched the Incredible Hulk like into the moon. It was either Hulk or Thanos. No. I'm thinking when Thanos punched Captain Marvel into space, but like Spider-Man did punch. I think it was the Hulk. So yeah, Soups is broken. Spider-Man's broken too. Remember when Dr. Octopus took over his body and like he was fighting Scorpion and he punched him and his jaw flew off and he was like, oh shoot, Parker's been like holding back this whole time. There was a Sailor Moon fighter on Super Famicom. It was pretty fun, but now a 2D evolution would be fantastic. Yeah, I remember that Sailor Moon game. By the way, fun fact, I don't know if you noticed, but if you see wait, I don't know. I'll just show you. Hold on stream. Hold on for a second. It's like Bao. This is the same guy that did JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, but Bao actually came out first. This is the guy that they use in the JoJo's PS3 fighting game. He's like the DLC character, but I love Bao. You guys gotta go watch that OVA. But you're talking about Sailor Moon. All of this right here is Sailor Moon. From issue number 1. Like, I have a ton of Sailor Moon, so I definitely don't, especially the, I have a Sailor Moon Dojin, don't tell anybody. You love to see Dragon Ball Super and Naruto. Yeah, Dragon Ball and Naruto already crossed over with Battle Stadium Dawn. Divine Fleming says, Mark, it's been a year since I've seen the dub. Just call me Divine, laugh out loud. Okay. All right, Divine. Demon Slayer says, I love Bao. The OVA is badass, and the music is one of my favorite things about the OVA. Yeah, I love Bao, dude. I've been watching it since it came out, like in the early 90s. Wait, Spider-Man actually punched Hulk into space? Yeah, it was Spider-Man punched somebody into space. I believe it was the Incredible Hulk. Dante says, Bao never knew that or heard of that before. Thanks for telling me. Yeah, no problem. He was actually... There is a fighting game, not Eyes of Heaven for PS3. There's another fighting game. I forget what it's called for JoJo's. And he is actually... Bao is actually the DLC character. Can't wait to play as the cousins in a fighter. Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, a lot of people don't know that. Like, I'm a huge Sailor Moon fan too. I kind of keep it on the DL, probably. JoJo's Art-Style Battle for PS3. Thank you. Yeah, I never owned it, but Rich Ragaroth, I played it at his house. I want to get it though, just because it's got Bao in it. Somebody send that to my PO box. Yeah, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure All-Star Battle. Right, Solar Flare. I would still play that if like I had it. I have Eyes of Heaven, but that's the only JoJo game that I have. But I want All-Star Battle so bad just because Bao's in it. Yeah, definitely, Dante. All-Star Battle physically is too high. Physically, get it digitally on PS3. Yeah, I'm thinking about it. How much is it digitally? Like $20? Kick-Ass Comic Collection, Sailor Moon, Dragon Ball Super, Naruto game with story. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. That whole first row that you see up there, let's see if I can move my hand the correct way. That is all like game strategy guides, mostly Pokemon and all the Final Fantasies. And then all of this is comics. And then above that, I have manga, but like you can't see it on screen. You want to say 30? Well, if somebody donates me 30, I will definitely buy it. Right now, I can't afford it. I'm super broke. After I just got the Xbox Series S, I'm like super hurting. I didn't even think I was honestly going to get it. But when Bethesda got bought by Microsoft, I was like, ugh. Cyborg Superman's Terrence or Cyborg from Justice League? Because Cyborg Superman is one of my favorite iterations of the character. If you can see... this is so hard focusing. Okay. I have both versions of Cyborg Superman, the Red Lantern version and the regular one. But I'm guessing you're meaning Cyborg from Justice League. Oliver Stone. All right, guys, we had a great talk today. I think I'm going to cut out. I appreciate all of you being here. What's my favorite Gen 8 Pokemon? Which one was Gen 8? Sword and Shield? Or is that Gen 9? Because you know what my favorite Pokemon of all time already is. Oh, Cyborg Superman versus Wolverine. It's going to be trouble for Cyborg Superman because it's not technically, even though he's got like Clark's DNA, he's technically not a real Kryptonian. And the technology that he uses, I think, would get sliced up by adamantium, unfortunately. And he does have like regenerative abilities, but nowhere near on scale as Wolverine's. So I'm not sure. That one's going to be hard unless he like lasers him back down to his skeleton. Yo, Mark, do you know where to read digital comics? Like, do you mean like American comics or manga? Sword and Shield, yeah. Let's see. Without going to legendaries, I can say that Corviknight's pretty cool. That's a hard question. I like Corviknight a lot, but like usually I like legendaries and pseudo legendaries and starters because I'm a basic biatch. Let me just answer that too, Devontae. If you're, well, first of all, you should always try to read stuff digitally legally, but so you can support the artists and the studios publishing them. But if you want to read comics, let's see. I'll have to do some research on that for you because I haven't really read any American comic books online. I usually buy them physically. But I'll do some research for you and I'll let you know on the Discord. Michael says, Mark, see you. Enjoy your special day, dude. And I just have you read Street Fighter Gaiden manga? Yes, I have. One more question. I mean, damn. What? Last question, and then I'm going to go. I got to eat. By the way, guys, don't forget to like the stream if you haven't liked the stream already. That really helps the stream get out there in the algorithm. I'd appreciate it, too. It's a good free birthday gift that you can do. Trying not to party too hard. Oh, I'm not partying anymore, dude. I partied enough yesterday, so I'm not. I got a lot of work to do this week with the comic stuff, so no problem, Devontae. Michael said, "Do you like it?" I have to try to like remember exactly. I haven't read it in a long time, so. But I love all the Street Fighter anime stuff. All right, guys, I'm gonna talk to you later. I got to get going. I'm getting kind of tired, and I have stuff to do today before, and I have a ton of work to do starting tomorrow. But don't forget that the Raging Ningen podcast is starting August 1st, and I am going to have a video this week that's already uploaded. It's going to be one on Monday and one on Wednesday. And as always, I always put them on like 12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, so you should be able to watch that whenever your time zone is. So if you're like Central Time, then that's going to be 11 p.m. for you, and I believe 9 p.m. in like the West Coast. It might be 10 p.m. though. But with that being said, guys, we're going to bring this video to a close. As always, I love it. Thank you, and thank you.